Well, hello. I've seen that you managed to find this channel, and I don't know how you did it, but I'm fine with it anyway. Today we're back with a brand new episode of True Motives, where we analyze true motive things of YouTubers and people and stuff. It's great. But today we're analyzing the Chainsmokers. They're a pretty big band. They're the ones who did Closer and something just like this. Those are the two songs I remember. But anyway, let's start as we always do and realize the Chainsmokers, they start with the word chain. And chains are normally made of steel, and steel is normally made of carbon and iron. Now, this type of steel is called carbon steel, and the country that produces the most carbon steel is China. Now, China supposedly accounted for like 50.3% of steel production in 2015, and you just rearrange the numbers in 2015 into an equation, and you get like open parentheses 5 minus 2 closed parentheses times 1 plus 0 in parentheses, which equals 4. Alright, the equation will be up on the screen. It's pretty simple algebra. Anyway, there are 4 mice in Cinderella that turned into horses, because that's biologically possible. 4 horses. Where have I seen 4 horses? That's right, the Princess Bride movie, and towards the end, the 4 white horses run away into the sunset. Sunset, like a TV show set. The TV show I, Claudius revolved around Emperor Claudius, and Emperor Claudius of Rome founded a city called Sapharia in nowadays Hungary, and Hungary is often mistaken for hungry, like hungry, fat. And one mouse in Cinderella's squadron of 4 was fat, and Cinderella was in a medieval-type kingdom. Hungary always wanted to be a kingdom instead of foreign occupation, making it Austro-Hungary. Now, Metternich was an Austrian statesman who was quite possibly the biggest idiot of all time. Like, seriously, he completely ignored the flood of nationalism that was coming through Europe. It's like Japan just ignoring the tsunami that hit it. Like, no, that's not a thing you do. Alright, Japan, Metternich, alright? No. Anyway, I went off on a little tangent there, and usually tangents, they relate to circles. Now, a circle is a shape, and you know what's also a shape? A triangle. And we all know where I'm going with this one. A standard hanger is triangular, and hanger sounds like hanger, like the whoosh whoosh, like, you know, where the whoosh whoosh airplanes live, except for the homeless ones. They live on the runway with no shelter and food. Hashtag help the homeless airplanes. That was totally irrelevant. Airplanes have engines that go vroom vroom, and automotives normally have engines. And you know what starts with F and ends with UCK? That's right, fire truck. And I guarantee that you thought something else completely. Alright, I guarantee it. Fire trucks have engines, so I didn't completely, randomly make that connection. Anyway, well, we got a mini theory as to why fire trucks are red. So fire trucks are always Russian around, and the Soviet flag was predominantly red. So now we have like a Soviet flag pop up and on the screen, and now it starts to dance. So you just switch around a word, and now we start to dance, which is a line from Shape of You from Ed Sheeran. Somewhere in that song, it compares love to being handmade for him in particular, and that's a bit selfish, don't you think? That's deviating from the topic, though. It was handmade for him, implying that love can be made by hand. And since we know that nobody can physically make love in this world, the only explanation is some kind of divine being. And just to not offend anyone, we'll call it an alien. Time to go off on a mini tangent here about the Kardashev scale. It's a little scale that I can use to rank extraterrestrial or alien civilizations on a 0 to 3 scale, with 0 being completely irrelevant, like my channel, and 3 being the supreme overlords of the universe, so like PewDiePie. So now we put ourselves on this scale as the human species, and again, I can't speak for you if you're an alien, just as the human species, over a few thousand years of hard work, we're so high up on the scale, we're not even 0.75 yet. Nobody really cares about us. But I'm more focused about the 0.75, which is 3 over 4. Now, 3 plus 4 is 7. And 7 is the atomic number of nitrogen. And animals, they release nitrogen into the air through, removal of gases in their body through excretory functions, otherwise known as taking care of business. Animals are also a leading cause of the release of CO2 into our atmosphere, and excessive CO2 releases are the cause of global warming. And you do not know how many times I had to repeat this. Like, every single time I said clause instead of clause. Cause. Not clause. Anyway, and since people are incapable of admitting that they messed up, they blame animals. I see you there, Mr. Factory. You're spewing out smoke at 3,500 metric tons a year. At least these factories are doing some good, though, because they're spewing out a nice number of tons of years of smoke stuff. Let's just take a minute and see that 3 plus 5 plus 0 plus 0 equals 8, and there are 8 planets in the solar system. Yes, I am ignoring you, Pluto. You are irrelevant. You're completely alone. How does that make you feel? I know it made that Alan Walker feel as though he needed to write a song, specifically a song titled Alone, and the evidence was pretty straightforward up to this point, so I'm pretty sure we can all conclude that Alan Walker is one of the Chainsmokers, but who is the other one? If you recall, a little while ago, I talked about Ed Sheeran, and we all saw the undeniable connection that Ed Sheeran, too, is actually part of the Chainsmokers. Now, you may be asking yourself, why are they posting as 2 separate artists and only sometimes posting recorded songs together? Well, I have a completely reasonable and obvious answer to this, aka it makes no sense. Anyway, Alan Walker and Ed Sheeran were part of the Chainsmokers and had quite a few songs pre-made and ready to be posted, but had a falling out a while ago. They split into their own separate channels to see who was actually the better artist. But they still had music going up on Chainsmokers Vivo, so nobody would suspect a thing. It's out, guys. Gotta talk serious here. I recommend admitting what happened right now, man. You can't hide it anymore. You guys need to send Ed Sheeran and Alan Walker a massive, 2 tweets asking for confessions. Actually don't, because, hey, that's just a theory. A True Motives theory. Thanks for viewing. Haha. I'm just altering the outro. You thought I was gonna say something else. Actually, you probably didn't, because you've been watching this for a while. AKA, 4 episodes. Anyway, yeah, outro stuff. You should leave a like, and you should also, click that red button down there. As long as it's not the report button or the dislike, they're both red on some devices. I don't know why they did that. Just click the other red button. The non-dislike, non-report red button. Yeah, I'm sure Alchemy's put a picture of it on the screen already, so all my explaining has been useless. That I really should stop talking now before I, start sounding really stupid. Not like I already don't. Yeah, sad face.